to part 2 of how to build a D&D character. So last episode we talked about the general necessities for D&D characters being races, classes, and backgrounds, as well as how to fill out a character sheet and general character concepts. So if you haven't seen that episode, go check it out. The link will be in the description below for sure. So just go watch it and then come on back and watch this video. Awesome. So for this episode, we are going to go over how weapons work and how to fill out your weapons on your character sheet, as well as finishing touches on how to build your personality for your character and anything else that you may not have already done on your character. So let's jump right in.
Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and work on some of those character concepts and work on, adding some things to my character's personality. I don't do this for every character, but I probably should because they're a lot more fun to play when you give them actual personality traits. Now this particular sheet has all these different categories, themes, maybe addictions, the way that they groom themselves, are they super creative, do they think analytically, different personality traits. It really makes your character a person. So I've decided to name my character Lucy Young. And I chose Lucy Young because I like the name Lucy, and Young means courage. So I figured, hey, why not? So mousefolk mature at the age of 5, so we're just going to have her be, just barely an adult. She's 5 years old. I'm gonna make it a girl. This thing is, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill out this entire page and, give her an actual personality. Put some love into this character. Alright, so we've kind of chosen what we want our character to be like. So especially with this thing, I'll leave a link to this. I'll leave the PDF link in the description below for this. It's got things like, Hogwarts houses, alignments, anything from vices to physical conditions, mental illnesses that your character might have, inclinations toward things, just really cool. It kind of gives you a really great basis to start off your personality of the character. My character, she seems to be, pretty happy-go-lucky. She's, a Gryffindor. She's kind of prideful, but, that's pretty Gryffindor-esque at this point. She's super nice. She likes the forest. If she were to, read a book or whatever, since she's a folk hero, she'd probably like fiction. She likes music. Her favorite color is probably green. And I've got how well she grooms, and it's got things like what kind of drunk they would be. It's really cool. Irrational phobias, she's got cats on there because she's a mouse, so that would make sense, you know. And then common fears, she's got, you know, she's scared of dying, which makes sense. I didn't fill in all of these. I felt like a lot of these weren't actually going to, like, apply. Some of the bad ones that just didn't really make sense, like a criminal record. She probably doesn't have a criminal record. I could probably put, like, nothing they can prove, you know. This is really cool. I enjoy doing this, and probably every character that I've had that was super developed, I went ahead and filled out one of these for them. I just print them off and fill them out. Don't take very long. It took me a lot longer the first time I filled them out because I wanted to make sure, like, I read everything properly and all that fun stuff. But you know, this is a good base point for starting to develop a character. There are some things that, like, I'll have to do. Hit points are determined by what class you do. There are personality traits from your background that you can choose, or you can go ahead. I normally end up leaving that blank and use that for note space. You know, down here is where you'll keep your gold pieces and any equipment you have. I generally keep treasure down here. If I find anything in a place, I'll keep the treasure there. This is where the weapons normally end up going. So let's go ahead and let's find me some weapons. Alright, so my class gives me either leather armor or scale mail armor. And this is a medium armor, this is a light armor. I can do both, but since I'm a mouse, I may not use armor at all. We'll see. I think I get a bonus from one of my stats at this point. So far, I can get 2 short swords or a simple melee weapon. I automatically get a longbow and a quiver with 20 arrows, so I can go ahead and find the stats for that and put those down. And I can get either a Dungeoneer's pack or an Explorer pack, so I can go and look those up and then choose what I want for my character. And that will be under, those are things you just automatically get from your class. It'll be under equipment, which is all the way down there. So you'll automatically get equipment with the class features. These are my saving throws. That would be these things right here. Where are they? There you go. That would be these. It would be strength and dexterity. So I'd put my proficiency modifier into strength and dexterity on that little chart there. Some character sheets are different. I have one right here, which is a lot different. But, you know, you can find all the same things on the character sheets. There's all the skills and things. This one you can fill out online and then you just print it off, and then anything that you changed online will just be in ink. I don't like that because I like to erase things and change things a lot. So printing ones offline, unless it's like these parts here, because I don't like copying that down. It's just kind of annoying. These are just things that I have automatically. Although this particular character sheet, I don't remember where it is. I couldn't find it if I was asked to find it, but it kind of automatically put things in. So like all of these, I just said I had a Dungeoneer's pack and it put all of this down as things that were in the packs, and that was cool. So, and it helps you hear some of the modifiers for the numbers. Yeah, this one was my my tiefling. I think I was a barbarian. That was a weird combination. I don't know that I'd eat. That was a strange combination. I probably would not recommend that one. So this is my hit dice. I get one of those for every level. I already wrote one down, and since I know I could put D1, D10, so that I know what kind of die it is. And I'll get one of those, yeah, for every level. And starting hit points will be 10 plus my Constitution modifier. So since my Constitution modifier is 1, my starting hit points are probably 11. So we can probably just go ahead and put those down. Sometimes you have to roll for those, though, depending on your DM. I'm able to use... go back. I'm able to use light armor, medium armor, and shields. I can't use heavy armor, but since I'm a mouse, I wouldn't use heavy armor anyway because that would encumber me. That would make it so that I can't use one of my abilities, which is Scurry, that I get from my class. We have simple weapons, martial weapons, and I'm not proficient in any tools at this point. So I can't use things like thieves' tools or anything like that, which I would get if I were a rogue. So I guess we'll go look for let's go look for weapons then. Here is the list of weapons. Class, you can, a lot of times they'll tell you whether you use what modifier you use for each thing. I have a longbow here, so its damage is 1d8 piercing, and its range is, I'm just gonna put PI for piercing. The range is 100 feet to 600 feet. It has a really long range. Two short swords. So those are going to be 1d6 each. They also do piercing. They are finesse weapons, which means they should be dex then. So you'll get your dexterity modifier and proficiency bonus for that. So I'm pretty sure my proficiency bonus is just 1 at this point. Which means I should get a +4 to attack bonus. And then that seems to be about as far as like character sheet goes. I'll be changing these ability score pieces here. But other than that, I'll change the skills some so that they're actually, I've added my proficiency bonus to it. So I decided that one of the traits I wanted my character to have, I wanted her to love coffee, and when she drinks coffee, she goes crazy, because why not? She's a mouse, and she probably doesn't get caffeine very often. So we'll see how long it takes the other characters to decide my character shouldn't have coffee, because I think that would be very amusing to just watch them wonder what on earth is wrong with this tiny little mouse who just had coffee and then suddenly went crazy. There you go. My cat is snoring. So, you chose your character concept to begin with. If you're like me, then you may want to go ahead and draw your character specifically how you would want them to look. So, whether that's, give them the bow and a long sword, or a short sword since it is a mouse, give them exactly what you feel like your character would have in it. Now, you can choose a picture online, and that's a lot of people do, a lot of my friends do. I just happen to be someone who actually really, really likes to draw her character out so that, like, she knows exactly what the character looks like. So that's what I'm going to do now. Generally, this ends up being more of the last step because I choose a character concept from a picture on Pinterest, and then I'll, kind of draw out a character. Now, the character concept for this one, actually, I decided I wanted to do a Reapy Cheap-esque character. So this is actually my character concept. I didn't originally use Pinterest for this one. I actually drew this myself a while back. But I figured it would be super cute to turn it into more of a feminine character and, use it for a roleplay character. This was originally Reapy Cheap, but I decided, why not make it a actual D&D character, because I think it is super cute. And the verse that it's in, because this is my Bible journal, the verse that it is, let the weak say I am a warrior, or other translations say I am strong, and this is Joel 3:10, and I just love this verse. I think it is super beautiful. Here is the finished product of the character drawing I decided to do.
Thank you all so much for watching this fun little 2-part video series. Now, if you want to see more nerdy, fun, geeky videos, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you never miss any of my crazy videos. Give this video a like if it helped you, and go ahead and tell me in the comments if you like playing Dungeons and Dragons, and let me know about your favorite D&D character that you've ever played. Now have some great adventures, and don't let your lights go out.